biceps. The best arm pump you'll ever feel. Also, you might be thinking, well, hey buddy, we're doing biceps. What are we doing over here at the pull-up rig? Well, there's a pull-up variant you might have heard of. It's called a chin-up, or I don't know. I think is chin-up the scientific term for it? Basically, pull-ups, you're like this. Chin-ups, you're like this. And instead of using your back, you do activate your lats a little bit, but it's mostly a bicep movement because you're curling your arms up like this. I want to try weighted chin-ups and see what kind of freaking pump we can get going, because I don't know, man. Apparently this exercise is one of the slept-on goats, even though it's just like, it makes so much sense. You're using your entire body weight in a motion where you get your arms as close together as possible. I don't know. It seems like a good thing. Also, the pre-workout is pumping today. I don't know. It's a woo, feels good. I think I'm gonna just do 25 pounds. Like, honestly, I've never done it. I've never done weighted chin-ups before. I can run some chin-ups. I could probably do like 20 in a row without breaking a sweat. But like, you know, that's not what we're here for. We're here to crank that shit. Let me just make sure. No, is there not a 35? I could do a 10. Nah, I'm either doing a 45 or a 25. I'm not doing this whole debacle of like, oh, let me get a 10 and a 25 on here. No. I'm either in or I'm out, all right? What's this 10-pound difference? No, 20 pounds. What do you think I am, some kind of peasant? You think I go up 5 pounds at a time? Pfft, beneath me. Not because I like have some sort of righteousness where I think that going up 20 pounds is cooler than going up 5, or even smarter. I just want to, and I don't care how smart it is. Who likes taking their time? I sure don't. 3 pump chump right here. I'm kidding, obviously. I've never had sex before. That was all a joke. Don't take anything I say seriously unless it's about weights, moving weights. I am serious though. I don't go up 5 pounds. I like going up 20, maybe even 50 at a time, man. That's what I like doing. Yeah, the 25 pound just feels so light on my body now that I do like 50 on the pull-ups, but you know, this will probably be hard. I see myself getting like 10 reps. Much harder than I thought it was gonna be. Doesn't feel very optimal either. That might just be me though. Yeah, I think test confirmed. I don't like it that much. It doesn't feel, I don't know, maybe it's a good warm-up. Yeah, maybe. If the exercise does not spark joy, you don't have to do it. Me, I say that. Freaking curl these 40s, baby. You know, who knows, maybe one set of just cranking out the chin-ups will actually, I don't know, warm up my biceps enough to curl this as easier rep weight. Doubtful, but I don't know, man. I'm surprised by the utter wickedness that transpires in gyms sometimes. It just doesn't make any sense. Like last back day, I went from doing about 5 reps on the weighted pull-ups to just like doing 6, almost 7, which on that specific exercise on the weight I'm doing was weird. It doesn't make any sense. So, you know, nothing surprises me anymore. Just, oh, you did weighted chin-ups till failure pretty much? Yeah, here you go. This is easy now. So, let's see. These are past failure curls. If you don't know what that means, you'll see here in a second. Yeah, I don't know. I think it made it easier, actually. I'm as surprised as you are. Again, like I said, it just doesn't make any sense sometimes. Joke's on you, idiot. This isn't a bicep day, it's forearms day. It's always what it feels like, but I refuse to get straps until I have no other choice, okay? Once I'm curling the 100 pounds, you know, that's when I'll need them. I'm joking. Is that a thing? Is there somebody who can raw curl the 100-pound dumbbells? I'm sure there is. I've never seen it before. That means it's impossible. I wonder what that looks like, though. It's probably freakish and unnatural looking, and they probably do a lot of steroids. But you know what? To each their own. We're on the road currently to being able to bench the 100-pound dumbbells. Somebody said I couldn't do it in 3 months. Still weighs on me every day. I'm like, oh yeah? Oh yeah? Uh-huh, yeah? Tell me how you really feel, you know? Also, we missed a day yesterday. I haven't brought it up yet, sorry. I don't know. Just wasn't feeling it, okay? And, you know, that happens like once a month at this point where I'm just like, yeah, today I'm just, you know, I'm going to hang out with some people and just chill out. You know, I'm not going to go out and drink or eat a bunch. It's just, I'm just going to chill, you know? Play some Magic the Gathering, you know, chill out, relax. If you don't know, I do have a Magic channel with a couple of friends of mine called Powerful Magic, if you want to go check it out. But that aside, sometimes you just, to be honest with you, sometimes you just, you know, but that doesn't mean I'm going to slack off today or tomorrow or the next day. No, it actually means that I'm probably going to skip my next rest day. It's just the kind of person I am. So you too can have this dedication. I'm not superhuman or anything. It's just convince yourself that it's cool to be really stubborn in every aspect of your life, and then it'll, you know, it'll bleed over into everything else, including exercising, you know? I'm too stubborn to not go to the gym, basically. Like, I almost went yesterday at like 3 in the morning. I was still up and I was like, should I go? Is that what I should do right now? The answer was obviously no. That's stupid. You want to be able to get to bed before the sun starts coming up. But like, you know, sometimes I don't know. I'm going to do another set now and shut up. Boom. Woo. Woo. Gonna downgrade to the 35s for the last set. Strategic downgrade here, you know. Gonna try and actually rep it out. 5 pounds, you know. I know I say I don't go up and down 5 pounds. That was pretty much a blatant lie. It just depends on the exercise. But like, you know, going down in weight I usually only do if I'm literally only getting like 2 reps on an exercise, which is honestly sometimes enough, okay? Sometimes 2 reps, that's totally fine. Like, if you're doing weight that really is that hard and you can move it, there's no reason to not do it. But in my humble opinion in this very moment, I just want to get a couple more reps in before I switch the exercise I'm doing. So that's my philosophy. I'm just doing it because I feel like I want to in this very moment. But yeah, I didn't really like the chin-ups. They felt like lackluster. It's not like I couldn't feel it, but I didn't really feel like it was targeting the biceps as much as I really want a bicep exercise to do on this bicep day. I know, crazy thought process, but like, I don't know, I just didn't feel it, you know? It felt like it was hurting in all the wrong ways, and that just means I would rather be doing this because I feel this nowhere else more than I feel it in my bicep. Yes, which makes sense, obviously, but you know what I mean. I used to do chin-ups all the time. I used to be a big calisthenics bro, and I still am a little bit, like that still pours over, and I still want to do that, but it's just not optimal for bodybuilding, dude. It's not optimal, all right? You can't progressively overload a pull-up, idiot. Oh yeah, weighted belt. Ah! Boom. 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 Ah. Okay, time to embarrass myself on some bicep curls. And by embarrass myself, I mean I just can't really do a high weight on these at all. But man, do I feel them. They are good. I think we're somewhere on the 42.5 pounds is what I'm gonna go for. Okay, did I wear something under this? I did. Galaxy Brain, oh my God. You guys remember that? You know, honestly, that might be where memes peaked, you know? Now we're all just saying shit. Like, everybody just does memes in the version of like sending a snap to somebody, where it's just a picture of something stupid and then words over it. And that's like not as good as like Galaxy Brain, Universe Brain, Multiverse Brain, you know? My favorite ones are the ones where it says like something is really stupid and then they go down a bunch of levels and then the really smart thing is just doing the stupid thing, but it makes sense. That's a terrible explanation, but you get what I mean. I hope some of you understand what I mean. Where it's like some people do this thing, but they're really dumb, and the other people do it and they're really smart. And that's just a bicep curls. How about that, right? Like strict form bicep curls, but like the Solar Brain level or whatever is like terrible form, and then the the Galaxy Brain level is just also terrible form, but you're big, so it doesn't matter. I do steroids, so who cares, right? Yeah, the Galaxy Brain level is just does a copious amount of steroids. They're so smart. How could you be smarter, right? Ugh. Nope. I don't feel bicep exercises like I feel this one, dude. Feels tight. Feels good and correct. I don't know, man. Cable exercises are so slept on by some people because they're like okay, I love free weight exercises and I love how they train practical movement or whatever because your body is imperfect, and so those small, you know, corrections your body has to make are very, you know, long-term good for muscle growth. But like for just targeting a muscle, right? My biceps are one of the lackluster parts of my physique, if you ask me. So targeting them with this, targeting them with everything, right, specifically, is great. It's so good. And the best way to target is with motions that keep you strict. And this bar, I can't move this bar, okay? It's gonna stay right where it is when I move. Same thing with the cable, right? It is going to pull from the same region every time. All I have to do is stand still. And to be honest, struggle at that sometimes. You know, you can't be good at everything. But overall, I think targeting is often just good when you can make the motion as strict as possible, specifically for those smaller muscles. Whether it be biceps, your rear delts, your calves, whatever, right? Man, I feel like I'm working my forearms too much, honestly. It's unavoidable, though. It's unavoidable. And I went till failure on that, not because of my forearms, but because my biceps were a little tired. My biceps feel solid, though, right now. That's sick.
My ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
I feel like I could go up on these next bicep day. I feel like I'm getting like around 8 reps, which means personally, that means I'm going to probably go up to around the 50-pound rep range. Because I think the next pinup is exactly 50 pounds, and I think that's fine. That's good enough for me. You know, it's not enough weight for people to get pissed at me for going up 10 pounds, and it's not small enough for me to feel stupid. Which, considering, I should probably feel stupid more often. You know, considering the fact that I'm not very smart. What are y'all up to, huh? What are you lifting today? Are you lifting with me? Because I feel like some people listen to YouTube videos when they work out. Is that a thing? I've always listened to music and just like zoned out from existing, right? Until I started recording. I have to be a little in touch with existing, but like, I've always listened to music and just kind of like stared off into the distance. What do you guys do while you work out? Do you watch weird little YouTube videos like mine, or do you listen to music? Do you raw dog the gym? Just the sounds of whatever's going on in the gym. Like if your gym doesn't play music, do you just sit there and just let it all in, you know? I could never. I feel like that's just asking to not be having a good time. Okay, one more set. Let's do this.
Let's go.
Boo! 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 I like this bar not because it's super huge and I can get that wide spread, but because the divots on the bar are exactly where I want to keep my arms. It works for me. I think it's time for the hoodie to come off. It's time for me to break free of the mind prison I've put myself in on these and just let myself do the rep range I can. You know, I'm always trying to go deeper. I'm not trying to hurt myself. I thought maybe I could go up on these. Nah, they're so hard. But man, they work. They hit the exact spot I'm trying to. Yes! You know, it's obviously a little bit of a like result-oriented thinking problem, but genuinely, if I can't feel the muscles I'm trying to work after the exercise have a little bit of fatigue in them, or at least like I can feel the muscles, you know. Usually you can't really feel your muscles and them existing at the exact time. So if I can feel them afterwards, I gauge as like, yeah, okay, cool. Working, will do again, you know? And there's obviously some science to that, right? It's a hypothesis, you know? I am growing in size and the muscles I want to grow are growing. So that means some amount of that works. But genuinely, it could be wrong. Just remember that. Your body is flawed. So that means if it is feeling it in one way, it could just be because you're hurting yourself, you know? That could always be possible. Are they looking big? Is the pump pumping? Kind of. Still small. Oh. It feels good. I don't know. I don't like doing exercises that specifically target the traps, but that there's no scientific basis to that. I just don't like doing them. So I try to find exercises that target them while also working other muscles, and this just so happens to be one of them. Because I feel like I'm wasting energy, because you could do heavy ass weight on traps, right? And you can grow your traps really fast, and they can, you know, compensate, right? But I'm not trying to compensate, one, and two, I already compensate for another thing that we're not going to talk about. Jokes aside, I think that it's personally, there's no like real actual good reason I have to explain this, but I feel like it wastes energy that I could be putting into an exercise that works my traps, a lesser muscle, for something else, right? Well, I mean, I guess I'm more talking about the upper trap and not the entirety of your trap, because your trap's huge. Trap's a huge muscle, right? And I'd rather not just work my upper trap when I could be working my whole trap and other parts of my back at the same time. And in this case, it's my entire upper and central back. Would rather just do that. Two birds, one stone, they're dead somehow. I don't know. How do you even kill two birds with one stone, dude? It's gotta be like masterful slingshot, dude. Like David levels of slingshot. I think we're pretty big chillin' after that. Ooh. Usually there's one-handed straps. Usually there's one-handed straps left on this machine, but there weren't today. So, and I could only find one. So we're gonna have to make do with one. That just means we'll switch it to the next rig in between sets. Which, you know what? I'm not gonna complain. I have access to a gym. I just found out where they are. Never mind. Very poggers. Now there will be no rest period. Now kneeling one-handed rows. I don't know, they're great. I feel it in my traps so good, and it doesn't mean either trap is helping the other. Pure, unfiltered, targeted lat growth. Give me more like this. Ah. Oh. Oh. I would go up on these, but I'm afraid of my shoulder hurting. Because I feel like I would have been up already 2 different weight classes on this exercise, but I still feel a slight tinge or twinge in my shoulder every now and then. And we just went up anyway, so I'm not gonna push it too much. But that's not the rep range I really wanna be in. I wanna be doing somewhere around 5 and 6 per arm because I get really tired after these just because of how many reps I can do. And I hate cardio. Get it away from me. And this is a fun thing that happens unless you're just a maniac, right? Your body will keep up with the weight you can do, right? So by the time I get to the 100-pound dumbbells, even if it's within the span of 3 months, my body weight will have to progress up to a point where that makes sense physically a lot of the time. Or maybe I'll just be some freak of nature who can do crazy weight for no reason. No explainable reason, I guess, except for just dedication and maximization, I guess, but like I'll have to have a percentage of body weight to keep up with that, right? Like you can't lift a 100-pound dumbbell if you're a 75-pound person, probably, right? At least with one arm. So to keep that into account, it just makes sense for your body to go up in size to keep up with the size of the weight you are moving. This is fundamental stuff that everybody pretty much understands. I'm just explaining it out now why I like to do heavier weight if possible, because my body then has to keep up with that. And we're trying to grow mass here, man. We're trying to get big as shit. So do big as shit weight to get big as shit, duh. Ultra brain level. But genuinely, I think I could do like the 65s on this exercise. It's just my shoulders, man. I'm afraid that they're gonna get hurt because they've warned me, right? Listen to your body. My shoulders have warned me that like, hey man, you can't really do the, you're gonna hurt yourself. I hurt, don't do this. So, gotta listen to it. One more set of these. The weight is working. I definitely felt that. Almost failed there on like the 5th rep, but I got 2 more out on the right arm, which is good because we don't want one trap getting more attention than the other. Or not trap, fucking lat, sorry. 3 letters, whatever. same word, who cares? I can be as good as I want with numbers and words. I will still mess up the smallest, most minuscule thing. And I think that's it for the day. I'm trying to think. Like, my biceps are shot. They're shot after this. And I hit lower back on leg days, so I could do another lat movement, but there's no need really. I'll think about it in the next set. Yeah, okay. Dude, no way. The bucket's back. I knew he couldn't stay away from me for forever. We're here, back again, the old faithful, the flexing room. Yeah, baby, let's go. The best part of any workout, showing off the minimal amount of gainage. Relative to my body, my biceps are getting pretty big. I play it down or whatever, just to make myself feel bad during the workout, but they're getting pretty big. My hand can barely, like, I have really small hands, but they can't really fit around the bicep, so nice. We'll get a back pump in here. Ugh. Dude, I can't reach to my back. It's too pumped. Ooh. Oh my God. I'm getting that flex down. Is that insane? That's normal. That's gotta be normal. Normal back, mid as hell anyways. Ooh. Yeah. What other back thing? Oh, I can't do a lat spread, but I'll try for you. That was probably better than I usually do. I looked up how to do it a little bit, but in practicality, I don't know what I'm doing. So I can do that back double bi though. That one's easy. It's just, you know, right angles and then like tilt your pelvis forward. Definitely from the front it looks freaking goofy, like this is what I look like. But you know, it doesn't matter. It's just the angle you're seeing that matters. That was good. That was a good bicep day. Glad I took a little break so I could just put all of my energy into that. That was great. I think I needed it, honestly. Like, I know I took the 2 days, but my body was still in that state of like, so you know, it made sense to give it a little more time. Whew. Yeah, that was good though. Thanks for being here, guys. Tomorrow will be a leg day, and I will post a video tomorrow. Thanks for being here for this one. Your question of the day, what is your pre-workout ritual? Mine is sitting in my car and watching people play Magic the Gathering for about 30 minutes before I go into the gym as my zen time, you know? Kind of like I'm meditating before I go into the gym. I sit there and I'm just like, oh yeah. Walk in, I'm ready. In that headspace of, wow, I could really just rip apart my muscles right now. Woo! And until tomorrow, you got this. Go to the gym, get in shape. If you weren't already, go. You know you wanna. And thank you so much for being here, guys. Love every last one of you. Y'all are great. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye.